Let's go over some examples on how to check solutions to equations, or the directions may say determine whether or not the point is a solution. Then we're essentially checking to see if it's a solution. We're going to look at two examples. So first we have to remember that when we are looking at an ordered pair, so this here or this 2, 5 over here, ordered pair always looks like x first, comma, y. So then the -1 is the x and the 3 is the y. On the second problem, the 2 is the x, the 5 is the y. So we're essentially saying on number 1 that x equals -1 and y equals 3 is what that point is telling us. So then those are the values we're replacing it with. So we know what x equals and we know what y equals. So we're going to replace those with the values that it told us and the rest stays the same. So 2x really means 2 times x, and 5y means 5 times y. So then I'm going to have 2 times, but I'm going to replace the x. It told me that x was -1. So I'm going to replace that with -1 plus 5 times, and then the y told us was equal to 3, so I'm going to replace that with 3. Everything else is going to drop down and stay the same. So we have replaced our x, we've replaced our y with the numbers that they gave us in our ordered pair point. And now we use order of operations to solve. Order of operations tells me I'm going to multiply before I can do any addition. 2 times -1, -2. I'm going to bring down the plus sign because I can't do that yet until I'm done multiplying. And 5 times 3 is 15. And we're checking, does that equal to this other side, which is 13? Watch your integer rules or use your calculators. -2 plus 15 is 13. So does 13 equal 13? Yes, it does. So is it a solution? Yes. And then on number 2, we're going to do the same thing. So again, we're essentially saying on this one that x equals 2 and y equals 5. So I'm going to replace this x with the 2 and the y with the 5. Everything else is going to stay as is. And again, that 3x next to each other means 3 times x. So I've got 3 times, and then it tells me my x is 2. Drop down my equal sign. And then I have a y. It tells me that my y was 5, so that becomes 5. And then drop down the plus 2. So now on this left side here, I've got 3 times 2, and I can do 3 times 2 and I get 6. Drop down my equal sign. On the right side here, I've got 5 plus 2, and I can do that. 5 plus 2 is 7. We end up with 6 equals 7. And is that true? Nope. So no, that would not be. So 2, 5 is not a solution to equation number 2. But -1, 3 was a solution to equation number 1. So if you get something true, then yes, it's a solution. If it's not true, no, it's not a solution. And you're just plugging in the values that you're given into the correct spot. Plug in x for x and y for y. Be careful with problems. Let's look at an extra example here. If I have x minus y equals 7. And then we're going to test the point 1, -2. So let's be really careful with this. So we're going to plug in x is 1, y equals -2. So for x, we replace that with the 1. There's already a minus sign there, so we drop down the minus sign. I replace the y with the -2. Notice that we've got 2 minus signs here. I've got the minus sign that was originally there, and I've got the negative sign with the 2 that came from the point -2. So maybe having it in different colors will help understand why we have to have both minus and -2. And then we could check it from there. Use your calculator, use integer rules, and this one would end up being a no, because this will be 3 if you use your calculators. 3 equals 7, and that's a no, that would not be a solution.